Well, hello everybody. It's a Tuesday after about dinner time. It's still pretty. We have a lot of daylight left. Sunset comes another hour or two. And I'm walking in MLK Park next to the Winter Park Library, if you know where that is, on Morse Boulevard. I hear some sirens in the distance. Something's going on. But that actually does introduce the topic for today: fear and worry in life. Let's stop and think for a moment that though the day may be pleasant, things are pretty much going our way, there's also the things that are unexpected or uncertain. And if we don't train our minds to deal with these uncertain things, unexpected things, then we suffer. We worry and we fear it too much. And these topics, this is not just a general area of life. It could be your health. Maybe you just got diagnosed with something. It could be financial problems. Maybe a check got delayed, or a deposit got delayed and one of your checks bounced. Or maybe you've got problems at work. Maybe someone at work, maybe your boss is hard to deal with. You don't know if you'll keep the job. And then there are other relationships, personal relationships. Maybe you're having trouble with someone that you just started seeing, or someone you're married to for many years. And then, of course, there's also the weather. Sometimes unexpected things can happen with the weather. You get a storm advisory. You're under a tornado watch. These things can happen very quickly. And if you don't train your mind to deal with these things, then you suffer. So I'm going to stop here for a moment, overlooking the lake, and I'm going to read to you some words from Seneca. This is from his letter number 101. Seneca's letter 101. He says, "Nothing is more pathetic than worry about the outcome of future events, how much time remains, and what it will be like. On these counts, the troubled mind is vexed with fear that cannot be explained. How shall we escape this wallowing? There is only one way. If our life does not project forward, if it stays contained in itself, those who worry about the future are failing to profit from the present." Well, you can hear there in those words, Seneca had a way of plain speaking, something that anyone can benefit from. Seneca and the other Stoics were masters of human behavior, the human condition, the human weaknesses. They knew that we needed training beyond the normal classes at school. They wanted to give us that extra training that is needed to survive life, to make things smoother. I'm going to read you one more quote from Seneca. This is from Seneca's letter number 78. And here he said, "Two things we must therefore root out: fear of distress in the future and the memory of distress in the past. The one concerns me no longer, the other concerns me not." Wow. This is how the Stoics described the idea that the past is fixed. You can't change it, so don't dwell on it. Just learn from it and keep moving on. And the future is ultimately uncertain. You may fear that X or Y is going to happen, but actually neither may happen. You may just be overly negative. So I'm going to wrap up now. I do want to thank those people who stopped in. Rick and Abigail, great to have you along for today's live stream. And I hope you can use some of these quotes from Seneca's letters. Letter 78 and 101. There's actually about 128 of those letters. 120 total. And you can find public domain versions if you'd like to read through some of them. So I'm going to sign off for now. Hope you have a good evening. And this is StoicDan in Orlando.